Hi guys, how's it going? My name is Giulio, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, we're going to explore the Glendalough 17 years old. If you're watching this video on my YouTube channel, you can find the full review in the description below. And if you're watching this video on my website, thecigarselections.com, all about fine spirits, cigars, and travel, you can find the full review of this whiskey in the article attached to this video. Now, the Glendalough 17 years old is definitely a whiskey in the premium range, but Irish whiskey in general, it's starting to make some serious waves in the world of fine spirits. Irish whiskey is a completely different experience from the smoky and peaty flavors of Scotch that sometimes are a little bit too powerful and strong, especially if you are new to the world of whiskey. And if you compare the Glendalough or the Jack Ryan or other amazing whiskeys that come from Ireland, not counting obviously the more mainstream and in my opinion a little bit washed out whiskeys like Jameson or Tilling and so forth. In this case, the Glendalough 17 years old is definitely something a lot more advanced than an introductory whiskey. And this is because there is a unique story behind this whiskey. And also, right now, there's only 8 bottles available of Glendalough 17 years old. So if you are interested and you like the review which I'm going to do about this whiskey, I strongly suggest you to click on the link below and go to the Corkscrew. The Corkscrew is a shop located in Dublin, Ireland, that covers a lot of fine spirits, whiskeys, and so forth from Ireland. It's a great selection also of wines. And make sure to check their website. They're super useful. If you have any questions, feel free to send an email or call them. Now, is Glendalough 17 years old the most exotic whiskey from Ireland? And I'm asking this because there is a connection between Ireland and Japan. And as some of you know, because I lived in Japan for a while, a long time ago, I do have a special connection with Japan too. So this whiskey is also connecting somehow with some of my best memories, some of the most unique concerts I played in Japan, and is connecting the dots between Asia and something I'm really passionate about, which is fine spirits. The fact that this whiskey has been matured in Mizunara oak casks in Japan in the last years of making makes it unique on its own. The Mizunara casks, they require a lot of attention, a lot of caring, and because of this, there is a unique process in the making of this whiskey, and in my opinion, also it delivers unique notes, something that is unique to the Glendalough 17 years old. Aged for 15 years in first bourbon casks before being finished in rare Mizunara oak barrels from Japan, this whiskey, in my opinion, is definitely a celebration of craftsmanship and patience. The last years of maturation in Mizunara oak casks is definitely what makes this whiskey stand apart. Now, obviously, being this premium whiskey is packaged in this beautiful wood case, which has a magnetic stripe here that makes sure that it doesn't open accidentally. When we open it, we are welcomed by, obviously, the bottle of whiskey and a little book on the side that tells us about the history behind the making of this whiskey. The Mizunara casks, which are the ones used in the last steps of manufacturing of this whiskey, they're made of wood which is notoriously hard to work with. It does break easily, it does leak easily, and because of this, it takes basically an everyday caring. It takes somebody that goes there and checks on the barrels and make sure that everything is okay. Despite the challenges, Glendalough committed to use this unique wood, really making a statement on the craftsmanship behind this whiskey. The very unique thing about the Mizunara cask is that it gives to this whiskey not just a unique color, which is this beautiful dark honey color, which I think you can see on the camera, but it also gives a unique combination of aromas. There is some sweetness on the red apple side and also some balanced warmth of cinnamon that comes on the nose when we try this whiskey. To me, when I try this whiskey and I smell the notes, it does remind me a lot of some of the gardens actually that are in places like Kyoto or Osaka in Japan. The memories that I have around 2005 when I had the luck of touring in Japan and playing in several venues and visiting beautiful temples that they were in the middle of these gardens with such a diverse nature. On the palate, we have this tropical sweetness. We have coconut and pineapple, which are definitely taking the stage if what you do is just take a sip and immediately immerse your nose. But the taste and the smells that are right under beneath the layer of alcohol are so much more defined and strong that they will literally come to you and deliver the experience with no effort. It's such a drinkable whiskey. On the second sip, I can definitely feel like crunchy bars, spicy warmth of ginger, and also almost like a glassy, waxy texture, but in a good way. This whiskey, in my opinion, is a drink that you want to have after a very good dinner. A dinner where you had a journey of flavors, so something that has a really nice starter which doesn't overpower your first meal, your first plate, and then it goes maybe in a dessert, which could be a creme brulee. And then after that, you are sitting and having a nice conversation and you want to have something like this, which definitely will complete the whole journey into a unique and exotic taste. Now, the finish is very smooth and satisfying, and there is this lingering combination of sweetness and spice, but it's a very, very subtle spice. It's not like black pepper, it's not peaty, there is no invasive smokiness, which is something that you will definitely get from Scotch. This is so much more subtle and defined. It's kind of like the perfect marriage actually between something that you would expect from Japan and the round taste of the best, or some of the best whiskeys from Ireland. Now, this finish perfectly encapsulates the balance, the richness of the Mizunara oak casks that literally give that identity to the whiskey just with a few years of maturation. It's a sweetness of almost bourbon casks, which you can feel on whiskeys that are even older than 17 years old. So to me, this whiskey is definitely above a lot of other premium whiskeys, and if you can still get a hold on one of these bottles, I strongly suggest to do. But nevertheless, this will be, and it is already, a classic. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed my very short review of the Glendalough 17 years old matured in Mizunara casks, you can check more reviews here on my YouTube channel, along with videos about cigars and of course reviews of my gigs, new music coming up, or you can check the cigarselections.com, which is my website blog about fine spirits, cigars and travel. See you soon. Ciao for now.